Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for July 25th through the 31st, 2022. So before we begin, I'd just like to welcome everyone back to this weekly series and to welcome anyone who's new, potentially new to our community. And as I'm saying this, the angels are showing me a sort of a goblet. Um, First, it reminded me of the Ace of Cups, but it almost seems like they are um, toasting you. And um, then I saw them sort of like pour champagne. So I feel as though that, and then they showed me um, a bra, which is what I feel like they're saying to you, you know, giving you a, cheering you on for taking good care of yourself, right? Taking the time to nurture yourself, to set clear boundaries. That's what it means to me, that that you've taken the bra. The breast is, for me, is nurturing, and with the bra is about supporting yourself and nurturing yourself and setting boundaries, setting good boundaries for yourself in this week. And I feel like you may not have, gotten everything done that you wanted to, but that was really was what was most important for you, and that rest is the word they're just right now. I was told for my personal weekly reading for last week, my intention for the week that was given to me was soul rest. So um, if you were feeling a little bit tired last week, and just feeling um, that you needed to kind of withdraw a bit from all your activities and from different people and energies, that your soul needed a rest, your soul needed a vacation, a way to reboot itself, and that might be something that might be continuing into this week as well, since they're bringing it up in this reading. But before we just go any further, I just want to just make you aware of a few things. Number one, yesterday I recorded the general monthly reading for August, and so I'm going to upload it over the weekend or at the beginning of the week, and so I can get that out to you sometime at the beginning of this week. And then I'll have to start recording the 12 zodiac signs, so the angel scopes, so within this week as well, so they can be out in the beginning of August. So just be on the lookout for that video. It's really important, and it might also be part of the reason for the toast. They're acknowledging some positive outcomes, I think, that your hard work has, that you've been putting in, and we've really been energetically working. I mean, there's so much going on in the world right now, right? And for most of us, we've been, it's been a lot, but we've been hanging in there, right? And persevering through all of this onslaught of just information and truth telling and so forth. So if you've gotten through this, unscathed, then and you still have hope and you still have faith, and then you deserve this acknowledgement. The other thing I want to just remind you of as well, if at the end of the video or at any time that you might be watching this video or in reflection afterwards, and you would like to connect with me to have an angel reading, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. There's a link below this video. As I've been saying, my new web page, I'm still working on it. I actually have to sit down to work on it, but that will be coming out at some point. And it's angelicwisdom.org. So also, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do that. Check your all notification bell, dislike, and leave comments. I really do appreciate hearing your insights. Some of you add additional insights that are just incredible. I hope you all are reading those, and I also enjoy hearing how it connects for you. I don't get a chance to respond to all of them, but I do greatly appreciate them. All right, so let's take a deep breath. And let's just see where we are and what this last week of July has in store for us. And just breathe into your heart space. And allow yourself, as you focus your attention upon your heart chakra, see it open up to you as a portal. And just feel yourself as if you're floating on a stream underneath an underpass. There's like a gateway into your soul. And there your intuition and your instincts are alive, radiant, and resplendent with oneness. And feel this unconditional love surround you and hold you in its protection and its peace. And just continue to breathe in this energy deeply into your body, into your cells, into your energetic fields, until you feel completely enraptured. And if anything that is concerning you, worrying you, they wrote the word red. So I'm thinking about the first thought that came to me of anything of anger or rage. And then if there's anything around your finances or feeling safe, any worries, just that are kind of eating away at you, that keep eating away at your peace and your happiness. Just surrender it into this space of divine light and oneness. Take a deep breath and call upon your angels. Call upon the light of God in the universe, source, however you connect call upon it to just wash through you, to shower you, to shower the debris of these things away. And just feel the gentle drops pouring and beating away at these problems and concerns, until you feel as though the sun of your heart comes out from behind the clouds, and rainbows break through and enter every part of your life. And fill those spaces where you held worries and concern with the promise of rainbow energy. Just feel your energy brighten. Feel your soul filled with inspiration and new opportunities and possibilities. And now just be aware. See these birds flying away from you. But they're actually your angels, taking each and every one of those things and transmuting them into prayers that will be chanted around the throne of God in this glorious light, and each and every one of them turning into the answers, the solutions, and the resolutions that you need in a fair, balanced, just, and harmonious way. And with your grateful heart, give thanks to your angels, to God, and to the ever flowing love that awakens you and fills you with life and purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the card for the Archangel. And it's Archangel Mallory. And the card says, remember who you are, and take action when you are ready. So Archangel Mallory works with the Christ energy, and her color is a deep gold. And so when she's impassioned with a project, her energy turns, this gold turns to a deep burgundy. And so this is giving me a sense about, they're writing the word purpose. And for some of you, a purpose may have been requested. I'm not sure what they mean by this, but this is what they're writing in front of me. It either came to you as a request, and it feels important, but you might be afraid of it. Or you might have concerns, or you're worried about all the changes that it's going to, and they're writing yes, 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 all the changes that it's going to introduce into your life. And what you're doing is you're panicking. And so they want you to call upon now the golden energy of the Christ light, as this will help to, first of all, keep you in full connection with your angels. It will also inspire you with the creativity for whatever new projects are being presented to you. You can also go to the pool or have the intention of calling a pool of Christ light around you and bathing in that pool of Christ energy. So we're at and they're saying take action when you are ready. So I see the angel number 237. And it says, your prayers, meditations, and other spiritual practices have aligned you with the loving energy of the Ascended Masters. So when the Ascended Masters come into your vicinity, into your life, it means that you are ready for or are acting on that same bandwidth of mastery, that there's something important that you're about to step into, and it displays your gifts in a way that exhibits your spiritual mastery. So you have gifts from your soul that are coming to the surface right now. And these are gifts, ancient gifts, that lie within you. And it's time, and you're ready to activate this potential. And these projects and these things that are coming into your life, these opportunities, are coming as a result of recent life experiences that have been activating, provoking this potential to come out. And the thing that happens is that our ego is so used to playing a tape of doubt. So instead of believing in ourselves, we react with doubt. Just because you don't know how you're going to step up, how you're going to, show up, how things are going to play out, doesn't mean that you're not ready. And it's an assumption that we automatically make when something new is presented to us, or a change happens, or the manifestation of what we truly want occurs. We assume that we are not ready. Now, how can we play with that for a moment? And think about whatever it is right now that has been introduced to you, whether through your intuition or through someone, a contact with someone. And what they're reminding me of is the word they showed me at the beginning about networking in this week. So be available to what might unfold in your network. Somehow your network will expand, or someone or a group of people will be introduced into your network, or you will be exposed to a whole new network. And the thing about it is, pay attention to how you assume that you are not ready. And they write, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And they write my word for needing to come out. When I see the word gay, this means, in my symbolism, that your soul, it's time for your soul to come out. It's time for you to make that choice to put yourself out there. But you'll know when you are ready, is what Archangel Mallory is telling you. But she wants you to first remember who you are, because you are underestimating yourself. And in remembering who you are, these situations will provoke the memory. So this is why it's so important for you not to assume that you're not ready or that you're inadequate. Do not assume. But pay attention to what is coming to you. And yes, it might shake you to your bones or shake you to your core, but that's just the rumbling. That's the awakening. That's the volcano of your soul becoming active. And it's, yes, let it explode all over. Let all that hot lava, passion, spiritual wisdom, sorcery, let it all come out. Don't suppress it, because that's what your assumption does. While you're sitting there playing into your assumptions and your doubt, that's the stuff that puts out the fires. And that's what leaves you with a sense of dissatisfaction. It's time to express. You are ready, but you'll know when you're ready. But trust, even if deep down you know but you doubt. Trust it anyway. They're writing in front of me. All right, so let's take a look at the first card for the beginning of the week. I love this aqua. I'm not good with colors, but it looks very aqua. It looks like this color here. I love this color. So the first card we have, Queen of Swords. And look, I mean, doesn't she? And she looks badass, but what I like, the way this card is drawn, is that, these beautiful flowers kind of just tell me, but she comes from a beautiful place, though. Her heart is in the right place. She might cut you down, meaning she's going to cut through your lies, your BS, but it's coming from a good place. She's got a good heart. Look at her crown. And the Queen of Swords is a kind of person, she, with this butterfly, is like, she doesn't have time. She doesn't like to, waste, right? And she doesn't like things not having, that there's not balance and structure and order. If she sees something and it's just, it needs to go, it needs to go. She doesn't hang on to things. Because she doesn't form emotional attachments. She loves, but she's not afraid to release something. The people that she loves, they're able to flourish and be themselves because she's not attached to them in some particular way that she needs them. She accepts them for who they are. She accepts their truth. Let's put it that way, best way said. And so you've got to accept your truth. And if this is someone in your life, you need to accept the truth that they're revealing to you about yourself, because that person might be helping you, and they're writing yes, to see yourself without your BS and that your excuses. It's important. Just the other day, like they took me through in my daily, or a reading I did for myself, they took me through, like, because I've been saying this word confess for a long time. And when I see it, It means that you are not being honest with yourself. It really means that you're manipulating. You're using excuses to manipulate the perspective of your doubts. You know, it's like, see, our ego sees things in a certain way, and they're just illusions. But when you make excuses, it's like you're writing the storyline to validate the ego's perspective. So every time you use an excuse, and I don't know why they're saying this, but of hearing this, it becomes law. And when it becomes law, then that means that the law of attraction is activated to attract everything based on what you are believing. So stop telling yourself those excuses. Cut it out. Cut the BS. Be honest. It feels wrong, especially for spiritual people. Like, you know, like we think we're supposed to keep thinking all the beautiful things. And the truth has to come out, right? And so the truth could be, hey, you're making up this stuff so that you don't have to believe, so that you don't have to try to do better, so that you don't have to challenge yourself, so that you don't have to grow. Like, this is truth that you need in order to get to the truth about what's possible for you right now. And there's a lot that's possible, but you got to cut it out. You got to be kind to yourself. The way to be kind to yourself is to be straight with yourself. Like, if you've been sulking and you've been feeling a little, miserable, okay, like, and I'm just trying to give you an example. It's like sometimes we'd be like, because I do it, like I have friends or people, I try to talk to them in this compassionate way, but sometimes you just need to be told, right? Out of love for your own good. And that's the kind of love that you need, this tough love this week. When that stuff comes up, when you start assuming you're going to screw up, cut that out. And listen to those things. Be honest with yourself. Why are you sabotaging the situation? Okay, so I believe this is the Six of Swords. Yes, I can see it now. So this is a sign that you're ready to move through, you're ready to move past this, okay? And once you're ready to move past it, then that's when you can be honest. Because the only way to get past it is that you got to dump the stuff, right? Like, I always wonder, like, man, those swords and that, but wouldn't it be a good idea to throw those swords overboard? Like, what do you need the swords for? And I know that the symbolism of this, but think about it. Do you want to carry that stuff where you're going? So think of this week as a transition to remembering who you are. Throw that stuff overboard. As you do, you'll be moving in the right direction. You don't need it. Release it. Throw it overboard, or else you'll just keep finding like you're sinking. You're in a sinking ship. And notice this point. Doesn't it? Your fear, they're right in front of me right now, always has you feeling like you're in a sinking ship. But the ship never sinks. Right? The ship never sinks. That's the thing about fear. That's the thing about illusion. It never wants to go there to where it's telling you it's going. But it wants to hold you back because your power cannot be extinguished. Your light can never be extinguished. There is no day, no matter how horrible your day or your life has felt, there's no day or hour or minute or second that you lose the battle. Because as long as your light is eternal, and it is, nothing wins against you. You instead gain in wisdom through experience and lessons and challenges, but you win because you gain from it. You learn from it. You earn something from it. And that is why when an opportunity comes, you deserve it. You always deserve every opportunity. There should never be a question or doubt in your mind, especially something that is coming to you or something that you want. And I know they feel different, but in truth, they're just the same. But the obvious, when something's coming to you and you question it, you always deserve it. Now, of course, because as divine beings, yes, you are privileged. You don't know that either, but you are. And because you are privileged, and they're going, yes, 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 you get to choose. You get to decline or accept wonderful opportunities with no judgment and no consequences. Now, doesn't that make you feel excuseless? I don't know if it's a word, but I got to put it this way. Because now what you're going to do? Now what you're going to say? That's kind of like the sense I'm getting here. Huh? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? And then ready, yes, yes, yes. Tell him. Yeah, what are you going to do now? And of course I'm talking to myself too, right? But what are we going to do now? The excuses are all gone. Because, we love to feel guilty, right? So, that and regret. Oh my God, are they a pair? What a pair. Guilt, shame, regret. Regret, shame, regret, guilt, regret. Regret. Guilt. I should have done that. Oh, if I had taken that turn in my life a long time ago, everything would be this way now. No. What your life can be at this moment, if you choose, is up to you, despite where you are. Because making the choice, will lead to better opportunities. And making that choice changes the trajectory. Of course, we have to, now that we know what course we're on, we have to decide how we're going to show up. And just keep showing up, right? I'm seeing the angel number 529. Bum. Follow your inner guidance about creating a spiritually meaningful career, which is your divine life purpose. And anything that your heart desires is spiritual. Because everything that you enjoy, that you desire, comes from this fire element, right? Passion, creativity, inspiration. The Eight of Swords. We got all these swords here. So it's going to be a lot of mental work. All right. And it makes me, I'm going back to my word cafe, which means networking. So it's going to be about communicating, expressing yourself, putting yourself out there. Okay. And also the messages that you receive and the messages that you tell yourself, the excuses. So paying attention to the mental dialogue, the signals that go inside your head, like when you're meeting people, like you're gonna have to cancel out, delete that stuff, because it's just excuses because as you think those things, you see somebody across the room and you're thinking, oh my God, she's like gonna hate me or blah blah blah, whatever. that shapes your perspective about what's possible. So it limits. So get rid of that stuff and show up in your radiant self. So the Eight of Swords is about this very thing that we've been talking about. And that's why the Queen is here, like to go slash, 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 right? You, once you release, you still have to do the work of not playing, what is that, well, I'm just going to say it this way. Sorry. Don't play dumb, right? I mean, you know you're not trapped. I mean, look at her. She's not trapped. And she's only got one eye covered. She's refusing to open the other one. So don't try to escape from the truth, right? Don't pretend or ignore, like, don't ignore mail. Pay attention to communications, email, messages you hear from people, things that people suggest to you. Don't ignore. Don't close your eyes. Don't say, I didn't hear that. Don't avoid looking at something so you don't find out what's going on. Keep yourself in the know. Information is power. Okay? Information is power. So if you close yourself off and you cut yourself off from this information, then you're cutting yourself off from the opportunities. Don't assume that you're not prepared. Don't listen to that negative talk inside of your head. This stuff just, diminishes your spirituality, diminishes your ability to manifest. And I know that some of you, this is chronic, and it is, I know you're like, but you don't understand, man. Like, I have a condition, or this thing is really, really, I'm suffering under this. And I understand how that feels. We all, have been there. But with patience, with compassion, trust, even for a number of moments, that this is all a lie, what you're thinking. Just to prove to yourself what might be possible. Just to give yourself a new window of opportunity of seeing something and experiencing something different than what you feel stuck or trapped in. It doesn't have to be grand. It's unfortunate that we are so focused on, in life, in our world, in our society, being successful. Because what successful means to everybody is extraordinary and exceptional. And who can live up to that all the time? And we tend to look down on people who we think are not trying to be exceptional. We're pushing them, but that's your stuff. Because the universe is never asking you to be exceptional or extraordinary in that way. As a soul, with all this gook, energetic gook, that the world is besieged by at this time, as the light is always going to win, and it is expanding and getting stronger, and our egos, our fears, are trying to stuff it down. And yet, somehow, you manage to stay true if it's not only but to a kernel of that light, that is the kind of success that we need for our planetary success, for the shifts that are to come about, and for us to experience a world of harmony. And you're staying true to that purpose. And you're having a human experience while you're doing it. That's success. Knowing what makes you happy, what gives you pleasure. That is knowing that and acting upon that is the success that your soul wants you to know. Knowing that knowing what you resonate with, trusting your intuition will completely shift your life. Because as you trust your intuition and your instincts and you don't doubt them, then your world will automatically, you're practicing trust, you're practicing security, you're practicing self-love, you're practicing healthy boundaries. Because what your intuition guides you to do is always in perfect balance for you. And is always harmonious. So your world has to reflect this security, this trust. And this is the only way. You can't fight the ego. It's not there to be fought. It has a purpose that we have a difficult time believing, because we like to place blame, and we like to we have to have a bad guy, right? No story that's ever written doesn't have some kind of bad guy. It's unfortunate. Because nobody's bad in your story. Everybody's there because of what you need in order to wake up, in order to help you to be true to yourself, to be authentic. It's there to provoke you to get angry enough or whatever enough to stop trying to manipulate yourself and just start being yourself. Then this trap will dissipate, dissolve, melt away instantaneously. Even. Okay. And the card I pulled from the bottom of the deck already is the Chariot card. So this is telling me, no matter how this whole path is, you are going to persevere. You're going to rise above it. You're going to find something to focus on. And this card does not mean that like you're the hero, you won the day. You always win. So there's no need to push, right? To be hard on yourself. You're always winning. But I get a sense that you're steadily moving forward, that you're healing, you're growing, you're rising above it all. And they're writing the word joy. Don't dismiss, and they're writing yes. Don't dismiss one moment of joy because of many moments of uncertainty, unhappiness, misery, possibly. Take whatever joy you receive and celebrate it, because that's how it expands. That's how you attract more of it to you. That's alchemy. Celebrate, toast it, and the feelings that will expand, and the light is always stronger than any miserable story that you contrive against yourself. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful week. God bless you.